Sonny's in Malvern. What's up, Sonny?
What's up, Sonny?
Hey, guys. How are you?
We're good, dude.
Good. Can't wait. Favorite time of year, guys.
Without a doubt.
Wait.
I just need the heat to chill out for a little bit.
Oh, I
man.
totally agree. This is BS. We can't have 90-degree weather when it's supposed to be football season. It's got to get into the 70s. Let's go.
Yeah, but that's the problem with the beginning of September, where the ratings are not high because the weather's so warm. People still want to do things outside.
That's
but anyway,
a good point.
Yeah. Anyway, Evan, you're wrong on so many points. But let me first get to the expectations.
I'm on fire today.
Yeah, let me get to the expectations first. The last time I remember expectations being this high is the season leading into the season after they lost to Denver in the championship game.
99, I agree.
Yeah, when they had Vinny and Bill Parcells, and Vinny had an unbelievable game in the first half, throwing into the win, and they were up 10-0. I remember making calls wanting to go to Florida, even though I knew I couldn't get Super Bowl tickets, but just going to Florida and being around the atmosphere, and unfortunately, Jets lost, that game. But anyway, Evan, you're wrong on so many counts. Number one, I'm a big-time Giant fan, and I like the Jets. And I think not too many Giant fans dislike the Jets like you're thinking.
Oh, stop it.
Listen, it's not. No, I'm serious. It's not like the Islanders and Rangers where they despise each other. This is football. This is totally different. And I'm older than, I'm almost 60, so I don't hate any team. And I want the Jets to do great. I can't wait for the season. Number two, Aaron Rodgers, I don't think he's hated. I think people he's just a strange guy. And I think this year he's proven himself to have changed, and people really like him. I like him, and I can't wait for the Jet season. And about the comment about the 85 Bears, listen, I think people like that. They're confident. They're cocky. You got to be like Deion Sanders, and you got to bring that as a defense. I have no issue with that at all.
Deion.
So I think the big question mark.
All right, couple of things.
Thanks,
First
Sonny.
of all,
Deion's the biggest story in football.
Yeah,
right now.
we'll get to that
Holy crap.
coming up. Here's the thing about Giant fans. And I brought this up a few weeks ago, and it's been proven real.
Don't disrespect my brother, bro.
You don't hate the Jets until they matter just a little bit too
I don't
much.
think so.
So until the Randall Cobb hit, until the Aaron Rodgers whole situation with Jahad Ward, you tolerated the Jets. Now you don't like them.
Oh, hold on. So
now it got a little bit too much for you.
I was on those teams. The Giants teams,
Yeah.
when the Jets, the ones you're talking about, 80 and 99, 98, 99, I don't remember there being hate. I don't remember, because the Jets were getting relevant, right? Obviously, Bill Parcells is the head coach of the Jets.
I think that's the big difference, by the way. I think you just answered it. I agree with you. I never sensed a hate in 98, 99, and I think a part of that is you guys, rightfully so, adore Bill Parcells. You were going to sit there rooting against your God man. But when things got to Rex, it obviously changed. You didn't like the Rex Jets. And while I can't put Sonny's emotions on blast, because maybe Sonny's different.
But I think I liked Rex. I loved how Rex's demeanor was.
Yeah, but most Giant fans didn't.
Really?
Yes.
I know Brandon Jacobs. I know Brandon Jacobs hated him.
Of course.
He wanted to fight him.
The covering of the trophies,
Maybe-
the arrogance, all
Maybe
that.
I'm biased because I lived in Florham Park at the time, and we would see him. He'd say hello to my wife all the time, like,
Right.
"Hey, Mrs. Barber." And she didn't take my last name. She never got offended, but we'd see him. He
Right.
felt like he was accessible, and I think that was a great thing for him. And so even as a Giant fan, you're like, "Oh, that's Rex Ryan." Right? He's doing good things with that team. We don't play them in any meaningful game unless we both get to the Super Bowl.
Look,
and that
just
never
because
happened.
the Jets and Giants aren't in the same division and the Mets and the Yankees aren't in the same league doesn't mean there's no inner city dislike. And it definitely was taken up a level with the BS from the preseason game. I mean, I never saw so many Giant fans offended by a dirty hit in a preseason game.
Absolutely.
Like Randall Cobb should be arrested, basically.
Yeah, but you shouldn't be. I mean, a dirty hit in a preseason game?
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, look, I'm not defending
what
Randall
the hell
Cobb.
was Randall Cobb doing?
It was dumb. I admit that.
I agree.
But it turned a lot of Giant fans into just hating everything about this team. And then the Aaron Rodgers to Jahad Ward thing, too.
Yeah.
Rodgers is a liar. He's this or that.
I wish I had the full audio, not what they presented to us audio.
No, I'd love to hear the whole thing, too.
I think it was doctored.
And here's the thing about the 85 Bears. I love guys having confidence. But then there's that line you go over. And when you start to compare yourself, when you haven't done anything, to the greatest defense in the history of football, that's probably crossing the line. Jeff's in Manhattan. What's going on, Jeff?
Yeah, I think, Evan, you've got it entirely correct. Entirely correct. Everybody's looking for the Jets to fail because that's pure amusement and the entertainment we hope for every year. Watching them get the expectations super high at the beginning of the year and then watching the whole thing collapse.
Yeah.
Everyone is hoping for that.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for acknowledging that.
Giants fans don't hate the Jets, but they do love the entertainment of the Jets fans telling them, this is the year, it's all going to happen this year, this is the year, and then the whole thing goes up in flames.
Thank you, Jeff. You don't hate us. You like laughing at us.
Stop.
I mean, that's basically what he said.
It is basically what he said.
We don't hate you. We just want to mock you and point at you and remind you that DJ Reed said they're the 85 Bears. Jim's in Madison. Good afternoon, Jim.
Hey, guys. Thanks a lot for taking my call.
What's up, dude?
Listen, Evan, I got to disagree with you. Giants fans don't really hate the Jets when they get something good going. They hate the Jets all year round, and it's we only like to make fun of you, like you said. I mean, the Jets fans always want to cry, "Oh, football hates us, karma, the football gods," until they get one little inkling of a something, and then they stick out their chest. "Oh, we own this town. We're gonna kill everybody." The Jets fans, such losers. Oh.
See what I'm saying? I mean, and I appreciate your honesty, Jim. Like, I appreciate that he called up and told it like it is. Unlike these phonies who say, "No, we root for you," and they pat us on the head like we're children. I mean, give me a break.
That call explained it so perfectly, though, Evan. It's the idea the Jet fan base, I think more than any fan base in this town, likes playing woe is me and all the bad stuff happens to us. And the moment something good happens, it's like a complete 180, and it becomes insufferable.
By the way,
Jets are insufferable, and we hate their fans as a result.
Woe is me is not an act. It's a reality.
Right, but then the moment you add Aaron Rodgers or the year you get Brett Favre, it can't go from, can you believe all this bad stuff happens to us, to, you got Daniel Jones, now we're going to the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. There's like this level that young Jet fans have where it is so just arrogant, which is fine, have arrogance, but don't get mad when we hate you back.
Here's the one pushback I would give. Because if you're going to start comparing yourself to the 85 Bears, you better have some Hall of Famers on your defense.
Well, okay.
The greatest defenses of all, they have Hall of Famers. And I was just looking at the Bears Hall of Famers on defense. There was actually three of them. Dan Hampton, Richard Dent, and Mike Singletary. You look at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who also had one of the great defenses of all time. They have four Hall of Famers on that defense. You look at, including my brother who just went in, you look at the
2000 Ravens, because that's the other
Ravens.
defense we think of, and the Legion of Boom.
They had two, right? Ray and Rod Woodson. That's it, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I think that's
But a great defense isn't necessarily just measured by the amount of Hall of Famers.
It helps when you have multiple Hall of Famers.
It's sexier when it jumps out at you and says there's 4 Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
I don't know how many Hall of Famers the Jets have on defense. It's too early to tell. Like, I love Sauce. He's the best cornerback in the NFL, and he's only been in the league for a year. Do I know if he's going to go to Canton in 15 years?
And that's the problem.
Idea.
They're too young. A lot of these guys are too young. I don't know what Will McDonald's going to look like, their first-round pick from this year, or Jermaine Johnson, who was a first-round pick from last year.
But do you see why a comparison like that is a little uncomfortable?
Well, I mean, Sauce could be one of the greats. He could be a Hall of Famer.
Could be, should be, would be. They've got a lot to prove.
Yes.
This football team, this defense has a lot to prove. Like, it was their strength last year. But as I mentioned to you earlier, there are games down the stretch of this season where I'm not putting the loss on the defense.
This coming season.
This past season.
The past season.
Where they couldn't force a turnover.
Mm-hmm.
You want to be the 85 Bears? You better force more than 2 turnovers in the final 8 weeks of the year.
But you can't compare last year to this year. You just can't.
This is what I know of them. They've got a lot to prove this season.
True, and this is why you can't wait for the game.
I need this game.
This is why you can't wait for NFL Sunday.
I need this game tonight. And you can give me Hard Knocks all day. I mean, enough of it already. Like, enough of it. Enough of the one-jet drive. Enough of the hype. Enough of the talk. Like, I need this game infused into my blood more than anything else. So that either we've got great things to be braggadocious about, which I admit I probably will be, or things to cry about and things to bitch about, which I admit. Like, all of that's on the table. I don't know what the hell's going to happen on Tuesday. I do know that at 4 o'clock on Tuesday, Joe Beningo will join us, and he will probably share the emotions of me and every other Jet fan on how the hell we feel.
I'm sure that'll be down the road middle. It won't be one extreme or the other.
Joe will not be emotional at all.
But I am now at the point on Tuesday, September 5th of, you got to give me this freaking game already. I mean, I need this. I need the good. I need the bad. I need the results, because this offseason has been the longest offseason in the history of this team. From sitting around and waiting on Aaron Rodgers to meetings with Derek Carr to the offensive coordinator search. And I know I'm not going in order here.
Yeah.
But all of those things felt like it happened 7 years ago. Then Aaron Rodgers falls in love with the city. He's sitting courtside with Jerry Ferrara at a Knick game. He's at a Ranger game. He's at the U.S. Open. He's doing interviews. He loves New York City, preseason football, signing Dalvin Cook. Like, my head's going to explode. I need the freaking game here. And we got to wait till Monday night?
Yeah, you got to wait. But it'll be worth the wait.